life, and some weird reason things keep coming back to me and haunt me. I have learned that while I try to move on, I try to let go and move on. The problem is, it's not me, it's the situation, and the situation is more challenging than than my experiences. And um, I've learned a lot about my old classmates, which is going to be the theme of today's destruction of where I grew up. And a lot of these people that I went to school with were, I guess, friends in name only. Would only, I mean, a final would be an understatement. But I also learned the hard way that they had the sympathy, but they lacked the empathy. So you can be very sympathetic to somebody, understand or feel that there's a loss or a deficit, but they can't empathize with it because they don't have something to relate it to. Which is very alarming because the rise of autism went up in 1987 and has gone up ever since. And one of the things that just seems to be strange is you would think somebody in my classes would know somebody with the condition, and I have suspected. Now again, I don't know everybody's social life or who their family members are, but I think my peers, my typical peers, didn't know anybody in their their personal lives or something like that, and that's where the empathy would come in. They would empathize. Say that 5 times fast. What someone would go through if they knew somebody with it, and I don't think many people that I knew that I went to school with did. Now, a lot of the friends I had were female, and I think it goes without saying that girls tend to have more empathy or sympathy in this case, because they lack the empathy, than the male counterparts for that age period. Lastly, I would say with all this, these people are, I have no respect for them because they didn't have respect for me, especially as an adult. They thought, one person really said this, and it still gets to me, is that I was hoping I'd turn on the TV and see you do the weather. Not flattered by that statement at all, and find that to be kind of tone deaf, or not tone deaf, but just tone deaf in the sense that they didn't think I'd have anything else going for in my life than to be on TV and do the weather. I wasn't really into the weather. I was more into a traffic person. I wish I was kind of like a shadow traffic guy, but that didn't happen. It wasn't meant to be. So, with all that being said, I thought I would just start going through. This may not be in the right order at this period in time, but destructive. Okay, it's like an implosion. It's not an explosion. I'm not exploding, but I sure as hell am not going to sit here and say that this is something to take lightly of. I mean, I was screwed over by my typical peers. That's something to not say lightly of. And these people are way out of their New Hampshire lives. They're not even living here in New Hampshire. They're living completely elsewhere. And they let's not even go here. I'm going to start off with see if I can find someone that isn't alright. So to kind of get people into, oh boy, this girl's gonna kill me if I say her name publicly. But alright, so let me walk you through some of the things that are mementos in my life. So South School back in the 1990s, so we're going in intensive, I mean not intensive, but going into perspective in a certain period of time of, we had a program called We Deliver, W-E-E, Deliver, and the Postal Service at the time had like a program where the schools could teach the students how to sort the mail and stuff like that. It was an interesting thing. So each classroom had an address. So the dress that I was in 4th grade was White Wolf Road, North America, 03085. I think it's out on the seacoast, believe it or not, that zip code. So that's how it worked. There would be sorters. There would be each class would, over a course of I think 6 months, would take the role of the We Deliver. It was the only school in Londonderry that did this. So what this meant was you could get notes from your classes, whether it was from another classroom or within your own classroom, and typically speaking, you would they would mail stuff with N, so that's why you would get the return to sender. And yep, it is We Deliver with the 2 E's because there's the canceled stamp. So this girl named Samantha, I think from my understanding, had something, had the hots for me, and apparently I inadvertently rejected her only because I didn't know. So do you want me to read this? At least she was bright in terms of beware high-tech stuff inside. Alright, no date on this particularly. Some of these had dates at a certain time. Again, because I was such a techie nerd at the time. So if you do computers, I mean, you're 1D, but at least, I mean, just did a lot of detail. Alright, so let me read this to you out loud. Dear Stephen, how do you like Miss Sinclair? I think she is nice. I thought the dig was neat. Did you? The dig? I like school most of the time. Do you? Your friend, Samantha Cales. She's nowhere near New Hampshire. Just leave it at that. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, destroy. Probably wouldn't even remember all this stuff, and she wouldn't give a flying shit about me now. So it's like, really. It's another little art drawing. So sometimes it was either We Deliver, or sometimes it was just sending notes to each other. It was not a crime back in the day. Not a crime, but a rule. I know that when I was in middle school, anytime we would send notes, the teacher would snatch and confiscate them and stuff like that. So the context in this one was Computer Mouse City, which I think was implying it would be a fake store where you can make your own mouse pads and like have kind of your selfies. Kind of cute, but she never was able to do the QWERTY keyboard. Alright, that's going bye-bye. Again, I kept these things for a number of years. Why? I have no flipping clue. You only have to figure this out. Oh, I think I know this girl, Lindsay. I'm not going to name her out, but I think I know which Lindsay this is. Dated, so this was 3rd grade, because this was January 30th, 96, right? Dear Stephen, how are you? How are the computer running? I hope they are. Keep reading the books. How's the bookstore? Keep it running. Oh, that was my fake bookstore. I had to see. This is gonna get weird as I take my own path. Spelled my name inadvertently wrong on the the thing on this letter here, so I'm gonna show that. I think she's a keen skater. I'm not gonna see her anytime soon, right? This girl Sarah. I'll just throw this out on the. Okay. Still living in the area, but oh, I do not have the letter in there. It's not in there. Alright, and we'll just cut that one out. I think had a compact at home. Her parents were not Macs users at all, and so it's Windows. You tell this looked like a compact computer of its time, just by the sketch. I mean, hey, I give her credit for at least sketching stuff. I still sketch text stuff to this day. That has changed. Oh, the start menu. She did the start menu. And then this is the this might have been the one that, oh yeah, this must have been the one that was maybe not, I don't know, but this is, she had a Macintosh in her home. That's what we called it back in those days. You could see she did the, oh god, she was really good at this. Disk drive. But in Chester, some other world. I think we were stalking each other on Insta, but whatevs. Not worth it. This one knows mild special ed program. You know, my birthday was typically a holiday because there was either no school or in-service day on or close to my birthday back in this. Ice cream social, let's for that. Apparently, they cared about us and put consumer warnings on toys. You can tell this was done by a school. This school makes you have the Windows NT file path, so it was on the iDrive under somebody and with a file any.sam. I think it was Mount Monadnock. Now I'm not sure if I want to destroy this or keep it. I might alright, so the story goes was Mrs. Sinclair in a spring day in 1997. It was a cold and dreary day, and and so it was a Sunday, and we attempted to hike at the top of Mount Monadnock. So it was not necessarily a school thing, it was a recreational thing. So the story I remember was a girl named Laura and her father hiked, but they went their own way almost very quickly. So they weren't really hiking with us. And there was I think half the class and the family showed up. And so what happened was, so I think half the class was there, and this girl named Samantha was there, and my mother, I think she really wanted to do like an arranged setup with her, and it never worked out because we never spoke ever since, and I can't